Hey, what's going on, everyone? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today we're looking at outfield play. Now, this can also be utilized in the infield, with infielders going back on shallow pop-ups. But I want to talk about a drill that we use, a real simple drill that they're doing here. Again, this is Ole Miss Softball. These are easy drills that you can really work on some of the fundamentals for outfielders and infielders. And so all they're doing, if we just rewind it here for a second, is there's just a coach throwing balls. So the first one, they're in a line here. They go one at a time. They run right at coach. All right. And so a couple things to work on in this drill. Run hard. Run as hard as you can. One issue I see with outfield drills is that the outfielders don't run hard. And so they practice at about 50-60% speed, and then they get in the game, they've got to go at 100% speed, and the game becomes much harder. So I'm always staying on our outfielders. Run hard, 100%. I always say, it's not true, but I always say anybody can catch a ball running half speed. Now, there's some people that can't. But if you want to play at a high level, pretty much anyone can catch a ball running half speed. The difficulty becomes when you're running full speed and you've got to make sure that your eyes aren't bouncing up and down, and then you still got to be able to make the catch. And so you've got to practice that. So in practice, work 100%, as fast as you can. Work on keeping your eyes from bouncing. Work on being on the balls of your feet. The other thing, work on one-handed catches. So there's going to be, more often than not, when you're on the run as an outfielder, you've got to catch the ball with one hand. Right? And so I go around a lot, especially to youth stuff, right? And I'll see youth practices where coaches are always yelling, two hands, two hands, two hands. Well, if I'm on the run in the outfield, I got to use one hand. I can extend much easier with one hand and much further with one hand. And so I've got to be comfortable using one hand, right? And so you'll notice in all these drills, she's using one hand. Like, that cannot be a two-handed play. That's a one-handed play. The other thing when you're working on this, if you're a coach, just make sure you're mixing it up. Throw some low to glove size. Throw some low to the bare hand side. Throw some high glove side. Some high over here. So just mix it up. Get the outfielder used to turning their glove over, right? So one of the things as I'm running in, do I got to turn my glove over or do I have to catch it fingers up, right? Running full speed. That's something an outfielder has to practice. So that's the first one. We'll go running in. Then we'll go running straight to the side. So same thing, but now we're going to run this way, and then we'll come back this way. So now it's running this way, reaching out, one-handed catch. Right? I want to sprint. So you'll notice that she's sprinting, right? So she's sprinting. It's like she doesn't have a glove on. It's like she's in a race. And then she will flash her glove. Now, we say flash your glove late. I don't mean wait till the ball is basically an inch from your face, but what I don't like to see, and I see this a lot, is an outfielder takes off, and like right here, they've got their glove out. They're reaching out for the ball, and they're 30, 40 feet from the ball, maybe further. So I've got to sprint and then flash late and make the catch. If I'm running with my arm out, I can't run as fast. If you've ever watched a 100-meter dash, I've never seen, a star sprinter sprint a 100-meter dash with one arm out in front of them. So I've got to run. There's no point in putting my glove out right here. I don't need to catch the ball. I only extend when I need to catch the ball. So that's what we're harping on. And then you're going to go back. You're going to do it this way. Then you're going to go back this way. So you can work on rights and lefts. You can work on straight in. Now, the other thing that you can work on, then you can go into your drops. So here, they're going to work on drops to their left. Then you can go drops to your right. You can go straight back over your head. But here's drop to my left, run, sprint, right? Pump both arms. Pump the arms, flash late, catch the ball one hand. The other thing that I like, catch the ball, transfer, get ready to throw. Now, you can add a throwing component to this depending on, you might have thrown a lot the day before. Maybe your arm's not feeling good. Okay, that's fine. But I do like catching the ball and then not just, jogging out here and then jogging back, but stop, work on, again, the tough plays in the game. It's easier to just catch and have nobody on. And that's an easier play than it is to catch, have a runner on base, potentially tagging up, and now I've got to turn and get ready to go. So it would be even better if you turned, planted, drove off her back leg, and then stopped, right? But again, these are just simple drills that you can do They look easy, but if you play it hard, if you go 100%, if you work on some of the things that I talked about, then you can get an awful lot of work in. And these are, these are great programs here that are working on this stuff. And so sometimes when I'm around, again, younger players, they'll say, well, this seems like easy stuff. And I'm like, well, you're 12. Like if it's easy, then you've got to play, you've got to go harder, you've got to run harder, you got to make it game-like, right? And so, again, you can get an awful lot of work in just by doing these simple drills right here. It don't seem too complicated, but you can work on an awful lot. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with all your friends, give it a thumbs up. I don't know if I said that already, but please do that. And you can email me, matt@antonellibaseball.com, if you have any other questions. That's all we have. We'll talk to you later.